Hi, I want to ask a question about people, relevant to myself and I'm hoping others in the room. I have a site where people go online and make a profile for themselves. It's run off WordPress. I don't need to collect loads of information on them, but I do have some. And the two things I'm interested in is to know, are there any good resources out there for privacy policies or T's and C's that I can integrate into mine that will make me compliant? And secondly, is there anything special I have to do in terms of data storage to ensure that I'm doing what I need to do?
So from a T's and C's perspective, you would need to have a link on your site. Well, firstly, because people are completing their information there, and even if it is the bare minimum, it would be wise then to have a line maybe on every page or whatever the case is, or at the end of the completion of it, to say, before they press submit, to say, you hereby confirm that you are providing this information voluntarily of your own accord, and that this information will be used for the purpose of whatever the site is meant for, okay? And then they should tick there or whatever they need to do. And then secondly, obviously there needs to be T's and C's at the bottom, and you want to make the T's and C's, you actually want to make them on the landing page so that it looks like you really are cognizant of this legislation, and you really want people to comply from the landing page, right? To have terms and conditions there. There are terms and conditions that you can have. You can contact either of us, or you can call your local attorney to be able to help you with T's and C's. It shouldn't be complicated. It should be very simple English language, just to be able to say, look, this information, this is where I'm storing it. There is software out there that you can use. There are companies who are, and they don't pay me, so I can't tell you, but there are companies who do have software currently that specifically complies with GDPR, which I think would also be okay to comply with POPI in this case. So there is data out there, there is software out there as well, now products that you can just plug and play to be able to have that, and maybe they can help you with maybe adding more terms and conditions to your link.
Absolutely, and it becomes so interesting as we're going through this. Are you aware that, lawyers try and be very fancy sometimes? You'll also agree, and we thrash it out with Latin words and I don't know what. And the guy doesn't know what he's signing. He doesn't know what the T's and C's even mean. So in South Africa, only as a starter, a while ago there was a very good precedent that stipulates if you don't know what you're signing, you can't be held accountable for that contract. So the contract is basically pronoun scripto, which means, there's a Latin word again, those Latin words again, which means it's unwritten, there's no contract. The contract is not in void if you don't know what you're signing. If you sign in a language you don't know, or you can't understand the T's and C's, or perhaps even if you haven't read it, it can't be applicable to you. So there's always, if anything is debatable, rather prevent it or curb it, instead of after the fact paying lawyers who you don't know, that you could have spent on your children the money, or on yourself for an overseas trip to the Caribbean island. Try and prevent things. I'm giving you a tip now, instead of later on trying to fix it. And if you're not sure, ignorance is also not an excuse. She will tell you. So unfortunately, whether you knew or not, you have to comply.